Hey guys, so yeah, I'm making a new video here. It's a new year. We got new stuff to do, and one of the great new things about a new year is surprises. And this is what we have here. It's in the middle of winter, and check this out. Yeah, just a little gift from you know, just some family members, but it's all right. We'll get this thing looking back good, exactly like the way it was before. We need a new hood, probably. A new front bumper cover, front shock absorber, maybe a new crash bar. Even crash bar looks mint, though. Definitely need some new lights. Gonna take some time here to throw in some probably new lights, because this one's just fucked. This one, I don't know. It's got a huge crack across it, and I really don't want to deal with that shit. So, new light. Oh, look. Cool. Alright, so we got that. Tons of stuff here. And I don't know if I'm going to film the disassembly of this, mainly because it's just going to be a bunch of prying and yanking stuff off. Right now, the hood latch is stuck. Inside the cabin does nothing. Obviously, the hood latch is stuck because the hood latch should be about right here. And it's the hood's right here. So, got stuff to do. And here, just this, I walked over the car just because it's the middle of winter. And for some, like, I'm at college right now, so it's just a little surprise to come home to. So I have this, but when I step on this, listen. Or like when you hit it. There it was. See, when I walked over it, I just heard falling plastic when I walked over it. I only got one of them there, but yeah, so basically this is going to be a nice little video on replacing your front crash absorber, which is the little thing in between your crash bar and your actual bumper cover, which your bumper cover on these Impalas is literally just this little piece. Like, look at this. It's this little piece of plastic, which is really nice for repair purposes because it looks like the crash bar did its job. Actually, you know what? It did not do its job because it's rock solid right now. But yeah, so we'll see. So what happened was the actual vehicle, when it was hit and then went up and over, which I wasn't driving, just saying. But it hit right here. And basically what this did was, it was one of those cars with a tire on the back. So obviously the tire went up and over. So we are gonna repair this. And there's a lot of new stuff. It really got me thinking about what cars are. Like, probably gonna try to revert this thing back to stock. What I'm also gonna do is, if we're adding a new front bumper cover, why not go for the newest we can? I think it's 2011, 2012, 2013. I think in 2014 they went over to that new body style that everyone really likes right now. They're actually doing they're slamming them. They're doing cool stuff. But of course, it's still a front-wheel drive automatic. But still, there's mods you can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put probably the newer model year with the 2011 or 2013 bumper, where it's got the little crease in the nose right here. You'll see it. It's all Monte Carlos have it for that gen, because Monte Carlos were only produced 2 years in that generation. And what I was gonna do, I was gonna switch out one of those Monte Carlo front bumpers. And what I realized was those Monte Carlo front bumpers are about 4 times as expensive as these ones are, because these Impalas were produced from 06 to 2012, and that is a lot more years to make parts. And even the lip, like the little lip on a Monte Carlo SS, that was $300. The bumper cover here, that's like 70, and Monte Carlo's, it was 300. So I can't do that. I want to do a Monte Carlo front end swap, and I was like, it looks cool, but then at the same time, it didn't really look that cool. So I think I might do a like a newer model year, like maybe 2012. I don't know, whatever lines up, because this is the LTZ. This has the low beams, so I got to get one with the low beams too. Oh boy. Alright, so I got this GoPro with this light ring on it. This thing's pretty goofy. I don't really know how much I want to film, just because this is terrible, terrible environment to film. And so I'll set this here and let's see what I can do, because I don't really care that much about this footage. No offense, but we'll see. Alright, let's go this. Alright, let's get started. So I already popped one of these tabs out of there. So good. I don't know how much of this I can salvage, considering it is yeah, this is the upper right there. You know what's actually crazy? I need to take the bow tie off that thing, because they don't sell them. Oh, we got some electronics here that are rather important. Guess what? Guess what, guys? You don't need to take your clip off of the light if there is no light housing. Take the clip off. So +1 there. We'll see. Neat little trick I did was I broke one of these cheap universal joints. So I just welded the thing back in. Nice little tool fix. And you know one of the good things about having a car that has been completely destroyed is you can stand on it no matter how you like. You got a foot here, foot there. Climbing on stuff like a jungle gym out here. Well, look at that. That's loose already. It's almost like it's been in a collision, which totaled over $6,000. That's sharp. Well, you look at that. Alright, so we got that done broke, that done broke, that done broke. Yeah, we got a lot of broken stuff over here. That's from the harness. Alright. Okay. I don't know these wire diagrams like I should. You got that. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. We got forward moving progress. That's all you can ask for. Got that. That's intact. Oh yeah, you know what? I still got my light bar on there. So if I take my light bar, oh look, it just ripped straight through. That's good. Alright. Yeah, my light bar is just sitting there. So you might be able to see it. I don't know if you can, maybe. Probably not. Yeah, my light bar is there. It is slammed. So we gotta see about that. But we're moving. Bent it back a bit. I don't know. That's yeah, that radiator took some damage. So I might need a new radiator. Yeah, that radiator's bent. And this is, boy, I think I know what color the car was he hit. Definitely red. I will document this on this as well, because I don't want to get up and pick you up. Alright? Alright, so we got absolutely terrible lighting. But we got this thing right here. We have a destroyed hood release. We have a radiator that is, I'm trying to get some lighting. Yeah, you can see that was, yeah, it should be straight right here. But nah, that's over here. That should not be there. So we got definitely a lot to do. My only concern is the radiator's bent, so that means we got a shit ton of other stuff behind it which bent. Crash bar right here. We got spot welds we gotta take out. It's gonna be a bitch. Alright, let's try to get this. We call that the money shot. Was that from standing on the hood and jumping on it? Yes. Handy note to self, keep this on you, so when you work on your car in the dead of night, that your neighbors don't get pissed off because you just accidentally reattached the battery that was dislodged halfway through your engine bay. Another day, man. What did I fix, or what did I break? Did I just cause more damage? Well, that part is no longer touching the radiator, and that part is unbent. The hood release is definitely destroyed, mainly because it was halfway through the radiator. I'm not going to take a video of this because that's way too hard to do. But this is something you never want to see, and there's about 4 inches of plastic in my little under tray, which is also $100 in these Chevy Impalas. So, let's see what she do. Ooh. I ain't gonna work that cut. Money shot. Oh, that should have been the hood release shearing off of the actual the attachment point in the hood. So in theory, there should be nothing holding the hood on. That's of course in theory. Yeah. Luckily we were right. In theory, it's still correct. In this case, we have a in combination with the fact that my favorite feature on this car is now broken, which was these pneumatic hood struts. Crash bar is fucked, and that bitch is spot welded onto the frame. So, only way to do that is to drill out these spot welds and re-weld it. And in this case, this justifies this frame damage, which means this car really was totaled and is totaled still. You can see that the amount of flex in these crash support struts right here indicates that the entire car moved about 1 inch forward. Way more there, of course. So initial predictions were way light. I thought it would need only this forward, meaning no radiator, no crash bar. But now looking at it, it needs a lot more than that. Was the initial predictions of the shop of $6,000 in repairs worth it? With labor, yeah. Definitely a $6,000 job. Well, you get what you get. So, start by taking off the hood. That thing's fucked too. These pneumatic struts are really nice when they work. Not getting in your way though. Alright, so I got the hood off. What happened was you'll see in the time lapse, you probably saw it. I don't know if you could. I jumped on the hood. And when I jumped on the hood, it pulled this part that was stabbed into the radiator. It pulled that out. So it pulled that out of the radiator. You can see, if you look down on it, it curves like that. And the crash bars right here is broken as well. If you look in there, the radiator, you can't see it too dark, but the radiator is fecked as well. So we have options. Fix it, not straighten it. Basically tether it to an immobile object, pop the bitch in reverse and see what happens. You got options. Crash bar, seemingly untouched. See, this is what perfectly pristine crash bar. Frame damage. So what I'm probably going to do is find a way to straighten that and see what I can do for that. Because if I know the amount of distance that these are supposed to be, I can go to a scrapyard, get some of these, get some of these guys at a scrapyard, and then tolerance this out to what that's supposed to be. Because what it's looking like right now is that this one hasn't really changed much from what it was. Because it had this in it already. I look back and it definitely had that in it. But it definitely was not like that before. I don't know if paint's matching, but there you go. It was not like that before. So, options, as I said. Straighten it, get a new one. I'll look into see what it would be, like the amount of effort involved to get replacing this. But I really don't want to do that. Hey, that's pretty good. I don't see a leak. So that really speaks to the ductility of this radiator here, considering it can make a an arc and not be leaking. Then again, it's not under pressure. The vehicle was shut off immediately after the accident. Or I'm told, because that's hard to get. That's hard information to get apparently. But what I'm gonna do, convert it. I'll take all my goofy shit out of here. All this childish mods. Go back to completely stock. Figure out what I'm gonna do about that. Keep these parts separate. Yeah. So my summer is gonna be really fun now. Because frame damage.